So this is what happens when I plug in my camera into the Dell XPS 8300. The battery charge light you see here is flashing away. Guys, I'm filming with the Canon right now because I didn't have another camera to use for this. But this is what happens. Also, for people wondering what model of camera this is, it's right there, hard to read. HDR, son of a bitch, focus. There you go, PJ670. That's what Sony I have. See, it has a little projector thing on it. Whenever I plug it in, that's what you see. The light just flashes. So here's the instructions on the camera. Basically, you plug it into the USB port, power charge, lamp turns orange, which it's supposed to do, but it should stay orange. It shouldn't flash like this. When the lamp turns off when the battery pack is fully charged, disconnect the USB cable from the computer and then store it in the pocket on the grip belt, which is what I do. Now the thing is this cable will transfer media. As you can see right here, there is the folder, if it'll focus. There is the folder with the media. It works fine. It just won't charge the battery, and I don't know why. Solid green light in media extraction mode, so normally in this case I would just close the lid, it disconnects, and then it's supposed to just switch into orange mode and start charging. But it doesn't. I don't get it. So let's do something really stupid, and I'm going to disconnect the GoPro's wire here, and we're going to plug directly in to a USB port. If I can get this cable to go in there. Cable's in. See, it shows down here, setting up a device, and what they're setting up is USB charging. It says USB charging's ready to go, and it's a Windows 10 thing that's doing this. Weird. But this is what I don't get. What I don't get is I've been filming with this camera for a while, with Windows 10 on that XPS 8300, and this issue just started. It's like an update came onto Windows, and it changed the way charging works. But I got Windows 10 on my gaming computer. And watch this. Just showing you here that it is all turned on. So I come down here to the port, we plug it in. Look at that, just stays on. It's taking a charge here. We're setting up USB charging, and then that's it. It's not gonna come up with the same thing as last time. If you're wondering why you didn't hear that stupid sound from Windows 10, it's because I got headphones only plugged into this computer. But as you can see, it stays on and just keeps charging the freaking camera. My only conclusion is something went wonky with the XPS 8300 since the moment I got this camera and stopped using the Sony. And I have no freaking clue what it is. I've tried every USB port on that damn thing. The two in the front, the two on the top. I didn't try any of the USB-C's out, or 3's out back. Maybe I'll give one of them a go and see what happens. So on this computer I put an aftermarket USB 3 card in it just to get more USB power out of it, because it used to sit over there where the workstation is that currently is monitoring my video feeds for the capture cameras around the house. I want to see what this thing does when I plug it in there. So I got the cable right here. Let's give it a plug in. Little one-hander. Not easy, but we'll try. Okay, we got it plugged in. Light is on. Light is staying on. Light is charging. You know what, guys? This whole problem, this whole time, is probably due to the fact that I'm trying to friggin' work with a computer that I bought in 2010, and it might start to be showing its age. I'm just gonna keep using it until the sumbitch breaks, and worst case scenario, if it needs a new motherboard, put a new board in it. New chip, new RAM. I'm not gonna go that route though. I'm gonna see how much time I can get out of this thing. Because worst case Ontario, like I'm saying, we could always move the workstation back over here and use that for editing. Because battle plans, that's what I have. Once I get VR, guys, once I get my Oculus Rift, that's the one I'm gonna go with, is Oculus Rift. I'm doing a lot of research on it, and it looks like it's gonna be probably the better choice. Thinking of putting one sensor right up there, aiming down, one sensor straight here aiming forward, and the other sensor back here aiming down, just to get a full 360 like operational, or maybe even over here aiming across or something, just to get a good 360 area, because like this is going to be my play area. Not very big, mind you. I know a lot of you are going to say that's not a very big play area, because a lot of you out there probably do have VR, but it's better than nothing, and I don't plan on really moving around much. The other problem with this room is like how the ceiling kind of, so you don't really, all you have for flat ceiling area is between there and over there, right? It's not very much, so you're kind of limited to what you can do, but we'll see what we can get done. Anyway, it's currently Saturday at, I don't even know what time it is, 12:48 a.m. That's right. I got off work at 11 p.m. on Friday, and I've been up since, so Yeah, it's dark out. You can see it's dark out. It's currently after midnight, so that's why. I just wanted to show you guys this problem, troubleshoot it on camera, and I think we got our solution. USB ports on the poor computer are starting to show signs of age. Son of a bitch. Because one of the errors I was getting on that was that maybe your USB ports aren't putting out enough power. Now I don't have any way of testing the voltage out of the USB port. BIOS in that thing is weak, and like as in weak as in it doesn't show you any statistics except for like the CPU fan temp, or the CPU temperature and the chassis internal temperature. That is it, that is all. Doesn't show you voltages, doesn't show you anything. It's kind of a really weakly set up BIOS with next to no options to change in it. But we'll just run her to the ground, right? Use it till she dies, and at that point there we'll replace it. But my plan is once I get VR, the next upgrade I want to make to my computer is one of those new RTX cards. Either the 2070 or the 2080. That's gonna be my next upgrade. But right now, VR is a priority because oh my god, I want to play the shit out of that thing. Like you don't know. Seeing how the Sony is basically dead right now, I'm just gonna film a video tonight. Probably gonna do another one tomorrow. There's something else I wanted to talk about. A lot of you guys seem to be enjoying the daily vlogs, and I wanted to let you know that last month I kind of got a little bit enthusiastic about making the videos, you know. Had all the keto stuff to do, a bunch of recipes. I had all this, like I had, well, I got this camera, so I made some videos about that. I got, did I get this camera? I got this camera back in July 18th, but the video came out in August. I got, what else? That shitty laptop from Dell to review, and I made some videos on that. I got some other things that happened. The room got moved around, all that fun stuff. But my life isn't really that exciting daily, so I really don't know what else to do. So that's why it's like I don't want to do daily vlogs, and the reason why I've had one for every day is because like it was getting out of hand. I was putting up a video and it was like 3 weeks in advance, and I was like, holy crap, like 3 weeks! 3 weeks this video has been sitting there just collecting dust, waiting to go live. So I was thinking like, I don't really want to do daily vlogs again because, you know, my life is pretty much pretty scheduled to a point. And what I mean by that is I wake up in the morning, I do my morning thing, usually make a coffee, make breakfast, go downstairs, do a workout. Oh, actually, sorry. Let me tell you, I just broke it all out of proportion. My schedule is like this, all right? Wake up in the morning, have a coffee, just to wake up more. Then I do cardio, sometimes lift weights. Lately, this whole week, it's been lift weights every day because that's what I've been doing. Lifting every day. Well, flexing, I guess you can call it because it's the Bowflex. But I use free weights as well to get some things that I can't do with the Bowflex done. Mainly working triceps, and because triceps I do overhead drop downs. You know, boom, 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 boom. And I'll finish off my biceps using free weights as well. Sometimes I lay on the bench and I grab my straight bar downstairs, which I have 2 25-pound weights on. I lay down, put it behind my head, and I do behind me's, you know. You lay down on your back and you put the bar out and then you lower it down and you bring it back up, lower it down, bring it back up. And you just keep giving her until you're done. And then I do the cardio for about, it's about a good 20 minutes because I do a 5-minute warm-up. When I'm good, I kick on the hit on the old Fitbit Versa here. I love this stupid thing, man. Makes working out into a video game. I kid you not, it does. You guys asked for a review on the Fitbit Versa. I could probably do that on this video to basically explain why I love this thing and why it's the coolest. By far the coolest smartwatch I've ever purchased in my freaking life. And I've had some smartwatches, you guys know that. I had the Samsung Galaxy S2 or Gear 2. I can't remember what the hell that one was. One with the camera on it that only worked on my S4, and then when that broke, I basically couldn't pair it to any phone. I had the Moto 360, which was good. You know, it had some fitness aspects to it, but nothing quite compared to this damn thing. This thing is the cat's meow. I love this damn watch. I could probably talk about that more. But I use the high intensity interval trainer on here, and I have it set up now. I was doing 20 seconds of go, 40 seconds of rest, but there's this on 4chan Fitness, there was this hit challenge, if you will. You basically start off with 10 seconds of go, 50 seconds of rest, which, like, okay, you know what? If it's your first time doing hit, perfect, right? First time getting involved in high intense interval training, start there. You do that for a week, and then you do 20-40, which is what I was doing. Then you go 25-35, then 30-30, and then 35 seconds of go, 25 seconds of rest. And you do that over the span of 2 months to the point where at the end you're doing 40 seconds, or no, 50 seconds of go, 10 seconds of rest. And that only lasts a week. And they say by the end, you should be just way faster on whatever you're doing it with. Like if you're doing jumping jacks or kettlebell swings, or my personal favorite, the exercise bike. In the end, when you're done, you're gonna feel a whole lot better. You should look, like you should physically be able to look at yourself and go, wow, that worked really well. Like I feel better. I can tell you right now, guys, I feel amazing. A lot better than I used to. Like, I used to mow the front lawn, guys. I think I probably explained this in a couple times in the vlogs with that push mower. I used to complain that it was too low to the ground and it hurt my back. You know what the problem was? The old cheeseburger locker. It's the same reason why women get breast reduction. You know, cheeseburger locker's too heavy. You're too front heavy. You're putting a lot of strain on your lower back. And that strain would actually cause my leg to go numb because it was crushing my, probably crushing a nerve in my spine or something and making my leg go numb. Since I've lost the weight, and you know, I weighed myself this morning and I came back at 269, which is pretty good. And then when I got home from work, I weighed myself again, because what I normally do is weigh myself, and then in the morning and then in the afternoon or at night when I get home from work, and then I average it out and I call that my weight for the day. So I was 269 in the morning. I came home and weighed myself after work and I was 272. So I went up 3 pounds. So I'm gonna say I'm 271.5. I'm just gonna do that. Obviously, every day that I weigh myself, I'm usually wearing different clothes. Like the jeans I have on right now, like these jeans here. I call these some bitches my battle ready jeans because like they are super thick, super heavy, and they could probably take a sword slash and not even get penetrated because they are sturdy freaking jeans. But you know, some days I'm wearing lighter jeans and so on and so forth. So I think what I need to do is start taking my weight when I'm naked, you know, when there's no clothes to offer a differential. Maybe that's what I need to start doing. That's probably what they do in the gym. They probably just, you know, put on their skivvies and jump on the scale and get an average. But I have noticed that I am losing dimension. These size 40 pants that I'm wearing now, reason why I don't have two hands on the tripod and you can't see my other hand a lot of the time, is because I'm constantly pulling these frickin' things up because it's getting ridiculous. And my shirts are like really loose on me now. Like this shirt here used to be, like my gut used to hang out the bottom because I had like a Philadelphia Collins gut going on. Anybody watching Trailer Park Boys, you know what I'm talking about? You know what you're looking at my gut for? That guy? He ran the hotel there and Bubbles kept looking at his gut. Well, I had that going on with a couple shirts. My old Vlogging Life shirts, I couldn't wear them anymore. 2XL didn't fit me. This is a 3XL and it is super baggy now. Usually I just pull it down from the back there and it kind of looks a little bit tighter, but you can tell it's loose as frig. But I'm the kind of guy who doesn't want to go out and buy new clothes yet because I still have a lot more work to go. I told you guys I want to hit 220. And when I get there, I might keep going depending on how I look and how I feel. But as for this Fitbit thing, this thing here, dude, okay. The watch is one thing, right? It's got a bunch of cool features on it, and I'll show you that now. So I'm using this here watch face here, so it tells you your steps, your calories, and your heart rate. But I'm gonna have a hard time balancing you guys. I got an idea. Okay, that's about the best angle I can get you. You got some buttons on the side, right? So over here, this turns the watch on. You press it again, turns it off, okay. That's your power on and off. I have it set the flick turn on, but if you press the top button up here, right away jumps into exercise, so you can go for a run. Now this watch doesn't have a GPS, so if you're going to go for a run and you want it to track where you went, you got to bring your phone. If you're going to go for a bike ride, you got to bring your phone so it can track where you're going. You can go swimming with this watch, and I wouldn't recommend bringing your phone. Treadmill. You have a treadmill, you can go for a run. It'll take care of the workout monitoring. Weights, weightlifting. You can actually go use it for when you're lifting. I use this. I don't use this here. Sorry, for when I'm son of a bitch. I don't use this here feature for when I'm lifting on the or flexing. I don't bother. This is what I use, the interval timer. This is my favorite. And then you got workout, which is just a generic workout if you're doing whatever, running, sprinting, jogging. This is the one I use here. And all you do is you hit play, and you'll see it has 1 of 20, so it's counting down right now. I don't know if you heard that vibrate. You see it counting up, and it'll go all the way to, if you tap here, it'll show you your heart rate. So it'll go all the way to 20, and then it vibrates to let you know that it's time to slow down. Okay, so let's go ahead and end. Done. Now the bottom button here, this here puts you into alarm mode, where you can set an alarm to wake you up in the morning or whatever it may be. I don't know why there's an alarm set for 12:23 a.m. There isn't. Okay, never mind. You can set an alarm there. Now, this button here will always bring you back to home. If you swipe over, you got a bunch of app options here. Exercise, music, alarms, and coach. Relax mode, weather, timer, wallet. You got your settings, your workout tips, Strava I'm not sure on, and Starbucks app, as well as Deezer, which is some sort of a music app, and barcode. I store my, well, I haven't done it yet, but I'm going to store my barcode for my air miles in there. But let's go back to the beginning. I'll explain. So exercise is the same as pressing the top button. Music, this watch, you can put MP3s on it. If you have a Bluetooth headset, you can actually play music from your watch without needing your phone. Pretty cool. Alarms, you can set alarms and timers. And coach, you can basically use it to get some tips for working out and have a coach walk you through it. Relax mode is basically your breathing, to basically learn how to breathe, to bring your heart rhythm down and relax. Weather is a weather app on the watch that can tell you what the weather is. I don't really have it set up because I have my phone on me all the time whenever I care about the weather, and I just use that. Timer you can use for basically a stopwatch or a countdown timer. So if you're going to do cooking, you can go on here and you can basically set it for whatever you want, and then it'll vibrate like a crazy bastard when it's done. Wallet, you can use Tap Pay. This watch has NFC, so just like Google Pay and all that there, you can actually put credit cards and stuff in here and pay your purchases by slamming your phone into a debit machine, or watch into a debit machine. Settings is settings for the watch, very basic settings. Brightness, auto, backlight delay, how long do you want it to stay on, what kind of vibrations do you want. You can go strong, you can go normal. Strong, you really feel it. Jesus, I always just left it on normal. Heart rate meter on, and notifications, I have that turned off, but you can receive text messages and phone calls. Well, at least a notification that one's coming in from here. Your Bluetooth, and obviously about the firmware of the phone. We'll go back one here. Strava, I don't even know what the heck that is. I've never been in here. No recent activity. Record or run to see. Oh, okay. That's a running app. I don't do that kind. My knees don't like that. Starbucks. I don't even know what the hell Starbucks is. What is Starbucks? Okay, so apparently you got to put a card into the Fitbit, and then you can be a posh bastard and go drink Starbucks. Deezer's a music app. I don't even know why it's on my watch. It's a subscription thing. And barcodes, well, you can store barcodes for different cards. So if you go into the app on the phone, you can add barcodes to it. Now let me show you the app. The app is where it's really at. This is the reason why I got sold on the Fitbit. Lovely. I just fired up and there was a sync error on it. Okay, so from the application, I'm hoping you can see that well. Basically, on the opening page, it tells you a bunch of cool stuff. How many steps you took, how many floors you've climbed today, how many miles you've walked, how many calories you've burnt, and how many minutes you've actually exercised. Down here, it tells you how many days. They want you to exercise 5 days a week, but I exercise every day, so 7 days down for me. The sleeping thing, that's really cool. I think I've shown that on a previous vlog, but I'll show that again. Your heart rate down here. This here panel there, from 9 a.m. to 6 p.m., they want you to move every hour and do 250 steps because it promotes blood circulation and all that other good stuff. I have a hard time filling that one because sometimes between 9 a.m. and 6 p.m. I'm sleeping. at least 2 weeks out of the month I sleep. There is your how many pounds you've lost. Now it says 18 pounds, guys, because when I bought the Fitbit, I was only 292 pounds. So you see here it says 274. That's the last time I logged my weight. So when I bought the Fitbit, I was 292. This percentage of fat, I don't know where it's getting that from. I haven't been putting that in, it just does it. But 292, and then like it basically tracks everything. Like I dropped 4 pounds in 2 days. That's pretty cool. And then another pound on July 30th, or 2 pounds on July 30th. Then August 2nd down to 284. And it's kind of cool to be able to track how long it's taken you to drop down in weight. Like you see August 15th to 22nd, nothing happened. But then this Thursday I weighed in and it was 274, so I marked it down. And I got 44 pounds to go to my goal. And you can basically change your goal here. You want to lose weight, your current weight goal is, and then you can set that all. I'm going to skip this because I already got it set and I don't want to cock it over. But yeah, that's pretty cool. Like it monitors everything and it'll show you different here, let me get this here up. So it tells you lean fat versus past 30 days. So it tells you basically where you're at. So theoretically, if I had the proper percentages, this watch doesn't really get that information. I do have a machine to do it, but I don't know how accurate it is because it's kind of freaking old. It would tell you that your lean body mass is 100, and for me it's 100 and well, does it say down here? No, but it says it up here that it's like 190 pounds. So fat mass is the blue. This is all of my fat from 190 to, oh, there we go, 195 pounds lean today. So if I had no fat in my body, I'd be 195 pounds. Look at me go. That's probably why doctors say I should weigh 190 pounds. Fat's bad. And then there's your BMI, but like once again, you need your percentage of fat to pull the BMI. And that is the body fat, which is not being calculated right because I'm not putting it in. Because I honestly have no idea how to pull that without whatever. I'm sure somebody out there will tell me how. The sleep thing. This is what I love. It basically tells you every single telemetry about your sleep. Like last night, for instance. That's my sleeping. So apparently I fell asleep last night at 5:58 a.m. Woke up a couple times during the sleep, as you can see from the red up there. And then I was bouncing between waking up and light sleep, and then all of a sudden, I would say at around, I don't know what time that is, but all of a sudden I slipped into a deep sleep, back into a light, and then popped up into REM, and then back into a light, and then really quickly into a deep, back into a light, really quickly into a deep, back into a light. Woke up, I think that's when I went and took a piss. And then back to sleep, and then bounced around for a bit, and I seem to spend a lot of time in light mode. And if you ever want to know what that is, you can just come over, or actually no, that's just your sleep progress. If you go back one, oh, come on. I'm trying to do this to the viewfinder, I shouldn't be doing that. If you go over here, it actually tells you more information, right? You can swipe and it'll show you your different stages of sleep. I don't know, I think this is probably one of the coolest features. When I saw this, I was really excited about this watch, and that's why I wanted it. Like, oh, there's one day in here, guys. Where is it? Where is it? Yeah, look at that. 11 hours and 3 minutes of sleep. Look at that. August 20th. I don't even know what the heck August 20th was. Probably a Saturday. But 11 hours of sleep, like, from 4 a.m. to, like, 4:30 p.m., like... Jesus Murphy, I must have been like stupid tired that day. Then there's one that's just like really sick. I think it's like a 1 hour of sleep that day. Yeah, there it is right there. 2 hours and 47 minutes, 3 hours and 12 minutes. Like some days my insomnia comes back to haunt me. There's one that's really bad on here though. I can't remember where it was. Yeah, right there. 1 hour and 6 minutes of sleep. And yeah. That was a day shift. That was definitely a day shift. But it's got your sleep schedule, your goals met, your BPM. My personal favorite is, oh, I was trying to scroll and I couldn't, and I didn't realize I had the camera off thing, is the calories in versus calories out. This has been my baby. This has been monitoring everything I do in a day. Because let's see if I can go back a day. Can I go back? Actually, I can. If I click on macronutrients, nope. Can I click on a day? Okay, if I click on that one, there we go. So it tells me that I had 931 calories in and I burnt 3,922 calories. So I had 2,241 calories left in my budget, because my budget is a deficiency of 750. But the thing is, if I'm not hungry, I'm not going to eat, because I'm just not hungry. And this was my macronutrients of 2 carbs, 57% fat, 41% protein. And down below it shows all the different foods, which I really didn't eat much that day. A couple fat bombs and some chicken tornadoes with bacon, because I wasn't hungry. Like, the fat bombs cure the hunger. Now I'm sure a lot of people out there are going to be commenting on this and saying how you need to take in more calories and quit doing the Britney Spears diet, because everybody on YouTube is an expert. But like I said, if you're not hungry, then just don't eat. And I'm not hungry on this diet, because that's what it does, is it curbs your appetite. And yeah, like, there's been some days, like, I don't know if how far back I can go here. Let's like, there's been some days where I just kind of went nuts, like here. As you can see, my carbs are off the chart, because I kind of got into the beer that day, and the chicken nibblers and the bell peppers and steaks and Asian salad and the keto coffees. You notice how the keto coffees haven't been on them there, eh? Yeah, I've kind of backed those out. I don't do the butter in the coffee much anymore, because yeah, I just don't. But yeah, this has been my creme de la creme for monitoring my calories in versus calories out, and it's been helping me get my goals. Now, you want to add food, what's really cool is you come up here to the plus sign, and I got a bunch of shit stored in here that I've eaten, like recents and frequents. Recents, all the different recent shit that I've eaten for a quick pull. Custom is stuff that I've done, like the bassa fish, the beef bouillon, beef crack slaw, the cheesecake fat bombs, instant stock, because the stuff I couldn't find on either the search or the barcode, so I just had to put it in myself. The protein fat bombs, ribs, because they never show up, so I just grabbed the information from the guy and put it in. And the fathead bun when I made those burgers at one time. Now, let's say you want to find something on here. Let's say you want to eat, I don't know, let's go Coca-Cola. I did not spell that right. Let's just do Coke. Hopefully it doesn't bring up cocaine. Okay, so it doesn't know exactly what Coke is. Let's, what am I doing? I don't want to create a food frig. Let's go C-O-L-A, cola. So I know it's cola soft drink, 12 fluid ounces, 137 calories. So if I click on that, it'll show me the information, 137 calories. You can pick when you had it if you want to schedule that in. Nutrition facts, it shows it all right here. 33 grams of carbs, of sugar, and 35 grams of carbs in one not diet Coke. That is brutal. What's really cool though is I like this feature here. If you want to log food, you can actually go up here to the barcode symbol, hit the barcode symbol. And I don't know if this is going to work, but I got a can of Sleeming Clear here. And it sort of has a barcode on it. Not quite sure if it's going to pick it up, because it's a weird one. No, you can't see that. Do I have anything? You know what? Okay, I do have something. So, I got a thing of Planters almonds here. I like to keep these in the room because sometimes I'm hungry and I just want to eat them. So, if you come over and you scan the barcode, it'll come back and tell you that they're almonds, salted, 330 calories per serving. That's a 0.33 gram size, which is, I measured it out and it's 23 almonds. That's it. 23 almonds. And you want to know your nutrition facts. So for this serving size, you're getting 28 grams of fat, 70 grams of sodiums, 10 grams of proteins, and 9 carbs, where 4 are dietary fibers. So your net carbs are around 5. Not too bad. I do say, like, I know MyFitnessPal can do a lot of this shit. Oh, that's awesome. Apparently Google crashed. Go Google. Who cares? Anyway, apparently MyFitnessPal can do all this stuff, but I just like the fact, like, the one thing I didn't like about MyFitnessPal is it wouldn't work with my Motorola 360. That kind of upset me. When I realized my Motorola 360 had a health monitor on it, it can do the heart rate calculations, it could do step counting, it could do all that stuff. I was like, sweet. So I tried to get it to work with MyFitnessPal. And the Google app that I had to install, which was Google Fitness, was having a hard time working with the watch, which is stupid because it's got Google Wear support. And it just wouldn't work. It just would not go. I didn't know what to do. I was like, what the hell? This is garbage. So I was just using MyFitnessPal and monitoring what I was taking in a day, and then guessing what my calories out were. Now that I know that I'm hitting anywhere from 36 to 3,800 a day, I know what I can consume in food. But the thing is with keto, you kinda don't ever consume that much because you're eating a lot of fat. And now that I've consumed a lot more protein than fat, and that's how I've been doing it lately, I find I'm even less hungrier. So, and this is the diet that I'm trying now, which is something that you know, I did back in the day, which I went from 280 pounds down to 220, and I did that there in a year. Mainly all I was doing was eating at the time 300 plus grams of protein, no more than 150 carbs a day, and no more than 50 grams of fat. I'm kind of doing a different version of that. What I'm doing is I'm mainly aiming for no more than 50 grams of carbs and no more than 150 grams of fat and protein for days. Because protein is going to make you feel full, fat's going to make you feel full, and carbs are going to make you want to eat an hour later. So you try and go low on the carbs and go high on the proteins and the fats. And the protein, especially because I'm working out, it's going to help me maintain my muscle mass while I'm shedding the fat. And you know, I was watching, like, my boss. He's big into this keto lifestyle. He's been doing it now for friggin' ever. Like, his old lady's into it, he's into it, his kids are into it. You know, he brought in these things the one day. They were like they look like little Timbits, but they're coconut covered, and it was freaking delicious. And his wife made them. Apparently they do that all the time, and that's when I brought in the keto pizza the one day, and he was like, "Oh, you made fat egg crust." He was all impressed. He's like, "What do you think of it?" And I'm like, "Oh, this is my second time making it, and I love this. It's like the best pizza I've ever had in my life." And he's like, "Yeah, we make it every Saturday night." And he goes, "We make big ones." And I'm like, "Oh yeah?" And he's like, "Yeah, we make big ones. Like, what you just made there, that size there, we use about 4 times ingredients because we have a bunch of people over for keto dinner, and we do pizza and wings, and you know." And I was like, "That's pretty awesome." Like, whatever. But he's big into it, and mind you, he does a lot of different things now because he's doing the fasting. A lot of you guys are talking about fasting, and you know, I'll get back into that. I gotta finish this story. I gotta quit doing that too, story jumping. Basically, he showed me this guy online called Jason Duong or something like that. The guy is all about keto. He's all about basically dieting. He's like a diet doctor, if you will. I think that's probably his YouTube channel name, Diet Doctor. And he goes on about talking about fasting and fat eating and all that. And something that really caught my attention was, you know, on keto, a lot of people think you don't have to count calories, which obviously you do, because that's how weight loss works. If you're burning more than you're eating, your body has to burn fat to compensate. That's the way she goes. So, what he talked about was people who just consume fat all day and don't get proteins or eat greens or anything else. The problem is let's say you just spend all day sitting on the couch eating pork rinds, especially chicken wings. Guys, chicken wings. One chicken wing is 84 calories. Okay? You eat 10 chicken wings, which is a pound. That's 800 calories. Think about that for a second. I know I have. Remember back in the day when I used to go to the store and I'd buy that 2-kilogram bag, pour it out on the barbecue? That's 4 pounds. That's 3,200 calories in chicken wings that I would slay on my own. That's brutal. But it was nothing to do, right? Because chicken wings are easy to eat and they're delicious. But yeah, that's a lot of calories right there. You know, like if you're doing that, yeah, okay, you're eating natural stuff, like you're eating chicken and it's high in protein, high in fat, so you're not going to be hungry, but you're also overcompensating your body with energy it's never going to burn. So what's going to happen to all that fat that you just picked up and all that protein that you just picked up? Well, the protein's basically going to shed its way out in your poop, but your body's definitely going to store that fat for later use because, hey, you know what? That's groceries. To your body, that's groceries. That's like, in case of emergency, we got the cupboard stocked. So that's something you got to think about. And he explained that there, and he goes, you know, if you eat more protein than fat on keto, he goes, a lot of people were worried about going into was it neoglucogenesis or something like that. Basically, it's where as your body's burning protein calories, it's creating a glucose. So neoglucogenesis, I believe it is. And they're saying, well, that there is going to take you out of ketosis. And they actually try to test with it. And we're proven that no, it doesn't. It does not take you out of ketosis. You know, I had... actually, this happened yesterday where one of my co-workers, because we're talking about keto, because like I said, a bunch of people at work started doing it after we saw the results from one of the guys who started, and he just lost a bunch of weight, and they're all impressed. And then me and my colleague got on it, like my partner in crime, if you will, for the night shift runs. We got on it, and they noticed we were losing a bunch of weight. So they're like, okay, what the hell's really going on? Well, then research starts happening, right? And then you start looking up the articles, and people are saying, well, ketosis is bad if you have diabetes because you're going to die. Okay, that is true. That is definitely true. If you're a type 1 diabetic, I do not recommend ketosis. I do not recommend keto because you will die. If you're a type 2 diabetic, however, where your body is rejecting insulin because you've tortured your body so long with enough carbohydrates and sugars that your body is now immune to your insulin, so you're injecting, I do recommend keto. Any nutritional doctor will recommend a low-carb diet because now your body's not producing a lot of sugar, so it doesn't have to pump out the insulins to break it all down. And that's the problem with a lot of diets today, especially the Canadian federal diet, where it says that, you know, 65% of your intake should be carbs, 35% protein, and like fat next to none. It's not that bad. It's something like that, though. It's like the carbs are way up there, and that's one of the issues with it. So that's something to consider there too. But they're finally getting around to rebuilding that because they realized the dietary needs for a healthy life is not what they said, and it only took them like 30 years to realize that, so kudos. But yeah, something my boss started actually is a lot of you guys have been mentioning in the comments, Adam, try intermittent fasting or fasting. Well, last on Monday, and yeah, this past Monday, my boss basically started his fast. All he drank all day was water. That's it. Didn't have any food, no breakfast, no nothing. He started at 9 a.m. that morning. Today, he's done. Tomorrow, he can eat again. So he's got to come in and gently break the fast. I don't know exactly how that's done, but I'm pretty sure I could research it, or somebody else could research it if they were really interested. I personally am not one for fasting. I was watching Keto Connect talk about it, and they said, honestly, with fasting, you will lose weight. It's obviously a given because calories in versus calories out. He goes, but the problem is depending on how you break that fast, could be make or break for you. A lot of people, they go to break the fast and they eat the wrong stuff, and the weight they lost, they just put it back on in minutes. Like, not minutes, I shouldn't say that. In days, it comes back. And when I thought about that, I was thinking about at the hospital when I was in there for pneumonia. I was 272 pounds going in, and I came out at around 235. And it didn't take me long to put the pounds back on. Like, really didn't take me long, because I was eating like shit. I was eating okay in the hospital, but when I got back out to the real world, I wasn't eating that well. So that's the thing. I don't know if anybody wants to lose weight like I'm doing it. I'm proof that it's possible, because, you know, I'm doing it. And I can tell you one thing, guys. One thing that's the main reason that I don't know if I talked about this in the vlogs before, but I talked to it like with Chutch and Rex. The main reason why I quit making YouTube videos way back in the day had nothing to do with AdSense, had nothing to do with the trolls. Well, I guess it kind of had something to do with the trolls because of my mental state. I was so freaking depressed. And it showed in the videos. You guys know it showed in the videos. And it didn't help getting slammed afterwards when you upload a video. But it's like, you know, if you're going to portray yourself as being upset and just down and destroyed, people are going to see you as vulnerable, and they're going to take advantage of that, because that's human nature. Since I started this journey, I feel so much more positive than I've ever felt. I feel so much more better than I've ever felt. This is the reason why last month all these videos came out on YouTube. It's not because of the AdSense or the views or the comments. It's because it's like, I feel like I want to do something. What can I do? Oh, right, I have a hobby. I forgot about that. I make these things. I make these videos. Let's pick up the camera. Let's go. You know, and then I run out to Staples and couldn't buy this camera, and I go to the source and I buy this camera, and the freaking thing's a potato. But tomorrow, guys, don't worry, I'm going back to the Sony. I just figured I started off the vlog with this one here. I'm going to end it with this one here, and sorry if the quality is complete, utter bullshit. We're doing 60 frames per second, tungsten lighting. Go with it. But, yeah, all in all, I feel like $1,000,000. I feel amazing, and I'm not even where I want to be yet. You know, I love the fact that I was able to move this desk on my own. Last time I needed help. No, last time I took it apart. I'm pretty sure last time I took it apart to move it, because it was just too damn heavy. And this time here, I just grabbed it and bared it around the room. Like, I just manhandled the shit out of this thing and got it to where I wanted it, with the monitors attached still. Like, talk about, like, let me see. That's $150. That's $150. You're about $400. So, you know, $700 sitting on the desk, and I'm just like, roar, I'm a bear, and I'm lifting it up, and just, you know, that whole thing could have came apart and destroyed everything, including the Yeti mic and the Logitech steering wheel. Like, I had all that shit still on there. I'm just like, roar and grab it and go, right? Because, like, frig it. Worst case Ontario, you break everything, and it's like, well, shit. Guess I won't be gaming for a while. But, no, like, I feel a lot better, a lot stronger, a lot more confident. And, yeah, I want to blame it all on the food that I was eating before, the lifestyle I was living before. I'm not saying my lifestyle is super amazing, like, you know, I don't go to the gym 8 hours a day or anything, but, you know, I put in about half an hour to an hour worth of workout, and if you don't believe me, I got proof. Fitbit app, you're so cool. There we go. So I didn't put any workouts in today, but look at those stars. Look at that. 30 minutes, but oh, except for the one day I kind of shit the bed there. But like, you know, 30 minutes plus almost 76 minutes. That one day I went 80. And all my weeks are like that. Like I'm just, oh well, there you go. There's the times on the bottom. I didn't do any workout today, mind you. But like, you look through the list and that's way more minutes than I've ever done back in the day. You know, like I'm actually giving her now. And back in the, I don't know why I wanted to put my phone back over there. I'm not sitting over there. But that's way more work than I've ever done back in the day. Workout, I should say. You know, I got that bike, my exercise bike that I use now, off of my brother last year, shortly after I got the truck. And it literally sat there collecting dust until about 3 months ago when I started using it. Freaking cat's attacking the door. She wants in. She's not coming in here. She goes, she gets right behind there and I can't get her back out. It's friggin' annoying. What's that? Oh, I was kind of hoping I had some of this left. Raspberry. That's a good flavor. Freaking love raspberries. Can't eat them. Might as well eat them. No, I eat them. I eat raspberries now. I don't care. They're too delicious. I use them in my smoothies. It makes the Metamucil not taste like crap. But no, all in all, I just want to say, like, if you're down, if you're depressed, if you feel like shit, you lost your confidence, you have anxiety, all that stuff, just maybe, and I'm just putting this out there because I was like that, it might be your diet. It might be the way your life is. Like I don't know, they say like when you work out, it releases endorphins into your brain. And I can kind of understand that now because I get off the bike, yeah, I'm destroyed. Like I just destroy myself on that exercise bike. But when I get off of it and I have my shower and I get out of there, I come up here, I get dressed, and I'm feeling good. I'm feeling pumped. I'm feeling ready to rock, ready to kill the day, you know? Ready to come at it with just stupid amounts of intensity. And it's like that every day now. It's like, that's why I say, like, I'm probably, like, I got some beer cans over here. Yes, I know, guys. You've probably seen them when I was showing the watch. But I'm probably not going to drink this weekend because I don't like the way that makes me feel anymore. Like last weekend, that's where these came from, was last weekend, okay? I drank Saturday night, and I had about 15 beers. And Sunday, talk about the weakest workout ever. Talk about the crappy feeling of just not goodness, if that's a word. I felt like garbage. And you know, I can already see the comments. Well, Adam, yeah, of course, you're hungover. You're gonna feel like garbage. But it's a feeling I didn't like. I used to like that feeling. Should explain myself better. I used to like the feeling of drinking and getting loaded. And the next day, yeah, okay, you feel like ass, but you have a couple cups of coffee and then you shake your head around and you're fine. But this hangover was something I've never felt before. This was something brutal. Like, I was like, okay, something's got to change. So when I tried those carbonated waters, and you've seen those on a previous video, when I was looking for the whey protein, the stuff that I now have that I ordered from Amazon, because the reason why I tried that out is I love carbonated beverages. I've always loved carbonated beverages. I tried that out to see if the flavor stuff was any good. That stuff was not too bad. That stuff was actually pretty damn good. I could easily see myself drinking that, barbecuing. See, you know how habits are, right, guys? You go out to the barbecue and you expect to have a can of beer, or 2, or sometimes 4, sometimes 6. Anyway, besides the point. You go out there and you expect to have a couple cans of beer, cook up a steak, come in the house, eat your steak, have more beer, and then you're half pissed and you're playing video games to the point where you get completely obliterated. That was last Saturday night. I don't want to do that anymore. I don't want to do that anymore. I think I'm probably pretty much done with beer. For the time being, anyway. There'll probably be a time when I go out to a buddy's house and we're having a party and I might crack into some beers. But I think for a little while there, I need to kind of detox, you know, pump the brakes on the booze and just take it easy. That's what I'm going to do. But yeah, I'm feeling great. Life is good. I'm at the tippity top of the freaking mountain, boys. Indeed. Anyway, people, thanks for watching my video. Sorry I just paced around and talked a lot, but hopefully you enjoyed my watch, because I know I freaking do. That Fitbit app, I'm pretty sure it works with any Fitbit. I'm pretty sure my mom, who has the Zip, it'll work for her. The only thing she can't do is pulse. Like it's a little clippy thing that you hook on your shirt or your pants or whatever, and it measures how many steps you took in a day. It won't give her pulse, but you know, she could still use the app to calories in and then guess her calories out. But I think that app is great. A lot of you guys, I know you mentioned MyFitnessPal. I used MyFitnessPal for a bit. As I said, had problems with it. It wasn't working well. Colleague got this thing here. He brought it in, and when he showed me what it could do, the next day I was at Staples buying one myself, because hot damn, Fitbit Versa, pimp. Especially for this. Like I said, it makes it into a video game, because you get all these stupid leaderboard stats of like, how many steps did you take? How many calories did you burn? And they set goals, and you're like, ooh, like if you're a gamer like me, you see these like objectives, and you're just like, ooh, I gotta hit those. I want to get in there. So you sit there and you start working out, and you're trying to find shortcuts to do it. You know, oh, I'm gonna spend 2 hours on the bike, and then you realize you don't need to, because you can spend 10 minutes on the bike doing HIIT, and it gives you the burn of 3 hours on the bike. Oh, but if I do 20 minutes of HIIT, oh, I just did 5 hours on the bike. You know, one of those. I'm hearing a lot of weird noise outside. Something's frigging around with my shit. Did the light come on? Okay, because I heard the motorcycle mount over there move. Probably just got... whatever. I'm not going to worry about it. There's nothing outside that anybody can mess with. Except for the truck. But anyway, people, thanks for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed today's video. I know it was long-winded and it was just me walking around. And that's the thing is, like, the daily vlogs, I don't really want to do them, because I don't really know what to talk about. Today I had some stuff. Tomorrow I want to set up my curtains. Probably going to get some groceries, because all I have in the house is tornadoes and one piece of bass of fish. So we need to get some foods in this house. Not sure what else we're going to get up to. Just going to figure it out as we go and film it. But daily vlogs I don't think is going to be a thing. Hopefully you enjoy the daily vlogs that are coming out. But I will try and make videos happen a little bit more often than I used to. I just don't know what to film half the time, because like I said, I wake up in the morning, have my coffee, do cardio, have a shower, get dressed, go to work, get off work, come home, usually sit around, watch some TV, and go to bed. My life is not that exciting, so it's kind of hard to really do stuff. And I don't want to fake an exciting life, because that's just stupid. But anyway, people, I'm going to shut her down, get this edited, we're ready for deployment, and then fire it up to the tubes of you. So thanks for watching. Like, favorite, comment. Don't forget to subscribe. Ring that stupid bell, because apparently that's a thing. And until next time, people, peace the frig out.